Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and it is pouring down rain outside. It is really coming down now, but I don't think we're going to have thunder, so you might actually only be able to hear me speaking, which some of you like, some of you don't like. Some of you like the sound effects. Okay, now there's something that I think that it's important to do in the digital asset space every once in a while. Well, as you know, you're looking at something I don't show often. The only reason I'm showing CoinMarketCap is because this is the site that I'm able to go back, and it provides a good history. It's been around longer than the rest of the coin sites that show you prices. But what I think is important to do, most people I think in this spend a lot of time refreshing CoinMarketCap or CoinPaprika or CoinGecko, a lot of these price sites. But I think it's important to go and look to get some real perspective on where we're at, especially when the price has been sitting still with XRP. Today it's 31 cents, down 2%. But a lot of times you get to where you look at this so much that you just get frustrated and you feel like nothing's really happening and da. Well, if you want to get excited, all you have to do is take a little walk back through history. And so that's what I'm going to do for you today. We're going to use the Wayback machine, which is a website that lets you go and look at the snapshots of a website like CoinMarketCap back in history. When you do this, all of a sudden you get very optimistic about your digital asset investments, especially about an XRP investment. So this is what we're looking at here. It's today. We're looking at 31 cents. We've got a 13.5 billion market cap in XRP. You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash in that order. We have a total market cap of 277 billion. So let's go look back at July. This is July 28th of 2018. And what we see here is we see a similar order: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash. We had EOS, which had surged last year. Let's look at what the total market cap was back then. Total market cap was a little more than it is right now, 296 billion. Let's look at the price of XRP. XRP was 45 cents, so it was a little bit higher. This was as we came down off of the bull run that had occurred in 2017. And so you can see where we were there in general. Now, let's go from 2018. Let's take a look at 2017. It begins to get very interesting as you go back. And you'll notice the site looks a little bit different in some of these. Then we had Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and remember, this was back before the XRP logo came out, the new logo. You had Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Dash. See, these have dropped out since this time. Ethereum Classic has kind of dropped down the list. IOTA has dropped down the list. You had, and way down here, let's see, where is, I don't know, there's Stellar way down there at number 28. So anyway, you've had a big change. Back then, Ripple was at 17 cents. This is in 2017, July 27th, folks. 17 cents. And then the total market cap of all these digital assets was only 87 billion. Folks, this is just 2 years ago. Only 2 years ago. That is a pretty big deal in my opinion. Okay. So now let's go and look. By the way, you can go to web.archive.org if you want to use this Wayback machine. Okay, let's look at 2016. Things really start to get interesting when you get back to some of these later years. 2016, you're going to start seeing some coins that you've never even heard of as well. The top let's look at the top 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Steam, which completely disappeared, Ripple with the Ripple company logo, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Dash, NEM, MadeSafe Coin, and Lisk. You don't see them anymore. Next, when I first started doing this back in 2013, Next was a big deal. And then you had Dogcoin bringing up the rear. Look what Ripple was worth. This is 3 years ago, folks. This is 3 years ago. $0.006. 3 years ago. And then let's look at the total market cap for this market, folks. There was only $12.8 billion in this market 3 years ago. This is 3 years ago, folks. I hope that really provides some perspective. Now, let's go even further back. Let's go to 2015. This is July 28, 2015. And if you're wondering why I'm pulling random dates, I was just trying to find anything around July, August of those years, so it was a similar time of the year. The total market cap is $4.7 billion in 2015 in this market. First place was Bitcoin, then you had Ripple, then you had Litecoin, Dash, Dogcoin of all things was in fifth, MadeSafe Coin in sixth, BankX Shares, Stellar 8, PeerCoin, which was a popular one back then, in number 9, BitShares number 10. And if you look at the price of XRP, 0.008. Now, this is something you need to get out of this video. Ripple during this time, from 2016, from 2015 to 2016, it actually went down in value. Okay, and that should really, you should really look at that in the context of where we are in today's market. But here we are back in 2015, and we've got you're down to a $4.7 billion market cap. Just think about how far we have come. You've got $270 million total in XRP, that they called Ripple back then. Okay, and now we're going to 2014. Bitcoin's number 1, Litecoin's number 2, Ripple's number 3, Next Coin at 4, PeerCoin, Darkcoin, Dogcoin, BitShares X, Namecoin, I remember that one, MadeSafe Coin. But back then, look what Ripple's at. Ripple's at about the same price that it was in 2016, and that was 2 years before in 2014. You've only got $50 million in Ripple. This is when everything was just new and it was all a baby. Okay, the total market cap, let's go and look at that, see if it's at the bottom down here. You had $8.1 billion in total market cap. Now, folks, let's go look at 2013. This was you think we're in the wild, wild west now? This is when we didn't know if the U.S. government was shutting all of this down tomorrow. And you only had 1 or 2 maybe places that you could even go and get these things. And many of them were fraudulent. But if you look at this, let's look closely. Let's go down and look at the market cap first. The market cap, let's see if I can even find it. It was written somewhere. I don't see it yet. I'll go back and look. Let's look at what order that they all come in first. Number 1, you've got Bitcoin. At that time, Bitcoin was at $106. You had Ripple. It had $593 million in it at 0.005. Then you had Litecoin, Namecoin, PP Coin, whatever that is. I remember Feathercoin back then. Nova Coin. I remember back then, but you had TerraCoin, PrimeCoin. I remember because my friend and I, we were investing in all of these things. We were using the shotgun approach back during that time. But it was just totally the wild, wild west. But back then, here's another interesting thing. It looks like you had a total of 50 digital assets back then. I think I'm seeing this right, unless there's unless they're just not showing the next button. That's something. Let's go back and look here and see. Yeah, in 2014, this is 2014, we had 100 digital. No, here's the next 100. let's see what, no, we won't go, I won't go to that, but you had over 100. And then here in 2013, you had, let's see if it's got a next button here. It shows 50. It only shows 50 right here. But anyway, so you can kind of see this really does put in perspective just how far we've come. I want to go and look for that total market cap one more time, see if they may not have even had it listed at the time. But I don't see a total market cap figure on here. But I just wanted to go through all of this and show you all just how far we have come with all of this. It is unbelievable how this market has evolved. And I believe, and this is why I'm always telling you, that all of this that I just showed you is before Wall Street wasn't even thinking about it. They were thumbs down on all of this. We are just right now on the precipice of Wall Street coming in and bringing all of their gunpowder and running their commercials. They've spent hundreds of millions of dollars to come in. And this is the year that they start to come in. This is the year. 2019 is the year. But to me, there's nothing that tells you the story better than going in that Wayback machine back on CoinMarketCap. And I love to do this every once in a while, because when I do it, it literally excites me, and it so puts things in perspective and shows you not to get bogged down in all this day-to-day hitting the refresh button on CoinMarketCap and getting depressed. We have so far to go. The Wall Street hasn't come. The real utility has not even begun to kick in, folks. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and tell your friends and family to take a trip back in the Wayback machine with us on CoinMarketCap if they really want to see how far we've come and how far we have to go. Thank you for listening.